LVZ, Peckerwood, Punisher, Coon Hunter, and every damn thing else under the sun destroying these white supremacists. Shouts out to my little bro, Kemet God. Kemet God had a video this morning that I checked out. Had plenty of information on it, but the video sounded like he hid the phone in the bathroom, closed the door, and did the audio outside of the bathroom in his living room. Kemet, you got to fix that audio. You got to be more clearer and slow down. Can't move so fast. There was a lot of information on that video. So I'm going to talk about three things that was on my man Kemet God's video. First thing, Naomi Campbell. People of color all over what you mean, like George Zimmerman? Oh, you mean like Geronimo Yanez? Oh, you mean like Peter Liang? Naomi Campbell, people of color, they know about black history and they have just as much disdain as their white supremacist counterparts. Now, I too agree that black history should be celebrated and all over the world, not just in America. But when you start looking at the people that you name, you're just naming black people who did something. I remember last year, I told y'all for Black History Month, they wanted my son to be some black dude who was head of legislation for the 54th in New Orleans or Louisiana. He was the first black person. Then he was arrested for welfare fraud. And they wanted my son to participate in black history by being him. Just because you're the first black person that does something doesn't make that history. It just means you're the first black person that did something. Doesn't make it good history, doesn't make it our history. Now, Naomi Campbell referenced two people that I despise. One, Quincy Dwayne Jones. Motown producer Quincy Dwayne Jones, white woman lover of decades, Quincy Dwayne Jones. Quincy Jones had an interview with GQ where he said that dating white women was revolutionary in the 40s. They were telling me we can't mess with white man's money or white man women. We wasn't having that. Negro. Frederick Douglass literally had a white wife. And they were coming out of slavery, you stupid ass. Black men of prominence having a slummy white wife is nothing new. Tiger Woods married the fucking nanny. Now, Quincy Jones has done nothing for the black community, and nor should we have any respect for him. Most of those Motown guys were notorious swirlers. Most of them did everything they could to disconnect with the black experience. They weren't trying to escape poverty. They were trying to escape blackness. Oh yeah, I went there. 'Cause it's true. You got swirling ass Quincy Jones, swirling ass Diana Ross. Barry Gordy, we don't know which way he leaned. What other notorious swirlers did we have in there? Only guy that Michael Jackson was a swirler, whether you like it or not, because his dad preached swirling. His dad preached swirling. People want to make Motown this historically black, powerful. These guys were just trying to be in white folks' home and be accessible to white sex. These guys did nothing. Shouts out to Marvin Gaye. I had to redo this because I apologize to the legacy of Marvin Gaye. I should have known a brother from Chocolate City don't be loving Becky's. I know. That brother and Marvin Gaye actually did music that was conscious, that spoke to the troubled times of the people. So shout out to him and Stevie Wonder for being the only two people with enough gonads on Motown to actually do records talking about white supremacy. Then she referenced Nelson Mandela. It's really pissed me off. What do you guys know about Nelson Mandela? He married Winnie. Winnie was killing snitches, traitors, and saying we need to ride on the cracker. They locked Nelson Mandela up for 27 years for some shit he didn't do. He gets out and becomes the president and leaves winning. I am friends with all white people. I won't take the land from. That's why we love Julius Malema. Why do we love Julius Malema? Because Nelson Mandela sold out. Nelson Mandela was the weakest link. Was the weakest link. Okay. No, like Dr. Collins says, no man gets out of jail after 27 years and becomes president with a plan and a script to back it up. It was no real redistribution of the wealth for black people. Black people still live in squalor over there in Cape Town and Johannesburg. Black people still don't have control over any of the economic resources or the natural resources that they had the whole time. Mm-mm. The whole time. That's the whole time. So you let them get out. You gave them back their job. I mean, you gave them back the land. You gave them the money. And what you do? I don't want to persecute. The fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, Nelson Mandela. And Naomi Campbell, all you ever did was look pretty. Miss, please shut the hell up when it comes to black history. You have no clue. You are so far outside of the black community, we didn't know you still existed. So why are you speaking? And when I want to look, you hugged up with a white man too. So I don't want to hear nothing Naomi Campbell got to say. Go somewhere and shine up your blood diamond and shut the hell up. Now, so when Kemet was scrolling through, look at what these white folks are trying. LGBT History Month. What the fuck is Moist History Month? Are y'all celebrating white slave masters who used to rape little boys? Are you celebrating the Catholic priests that rape little boys? Because that's LGBT. That's gay. That is. Are y'all celebrating that? What is LGBTQ history? And how does that serve people who are straight? How did LGBTQ history save anyone? What LGBTQ activists are the same white supremacist activists that are on the right wing. I mean, Milo Yiannopoulos is LGBTQ. In the words of Dave Chappelle, those gay white men built those prejudice roads. So, you have no history of persecution. This is white men's attempt to make themselves a victim somehow. There is no history of persecuting gay people, especially white gay people by black people. Black people have nothing to do with the persecution of LGBTQ people. LGBTQ people live in our neighborhoods, white and black, when they were forced out of white neighborhoods. When you think of LGBTQ people getting beat up, white ones getting beat up and killed, it's normally skinheads and Nazis who do that. You don't see no contingency of black people beating people up because they're gay. There's no huge population of that. So LGBTQ history right here. This guy right here is a racist white supremacist, and he's trying to take the steam off of Black History Month, which we have known has been Black History Month since the days of Carter G. Woodson. So you can eat a dick, Peckerwood. Naomi Campbell, you can shut your ass up, go sit down. Quincy Jones, you moist bitch, you can go somewhere. And Dr. Khaled, handle this son of a bitch, Nelson Mandela. LVZ.
Received a Nobel Peace Prize, you reported to your audience, reminded them, for nonviolent struggle. Yes. Just like Mandela just received it with F.W. de Klerk. How could you stand with your oppressor and your enemy and receive the Nobel Prize for nonviolent struggle? You do not support then Nelson Mandela's strategy in the struggle to free black people in South Africa?
Let us first of all be very clear here, Phil. Nelson Mandela is my brother.
So
he
is
a member of the family, and so is Jesse, and Jesse is a very brilliant man. We just want him to return home and stop being used by the enemy and the oppressor against his people. Now back to Brother Nelson Mandela. And certainly we can never mention Nelson without mentioning Winnie Mandela. But Nelson Mandela's attempt at a multiracial government in South Africa after the murder of men, women, children, and babies, and the rape of South Africa, a criminal settler colony that has been established like Israel there in that part of the world. I cannot go along with one man, one vote. Let me say why. If someone broke into your home, Mr. Donahue, and actually bum rushed your home, and Black Boots stomped your door down and came in and robbed and raped everyone in the household and was able to take the wealth of your home and parlay it into an empire. This is an invader. This is an intruder. This is a murderer. This is a burglar. This is a criminal. So you have no responsibility to share your home with them after they broke in and committed the crimes that they did.
You want